Oh, yep, yep. You know, Eagles wear boxing. Sorry about that late stream today, man. Hey, yeah, you got to make sure that Eagles off. Whatever. Yeah, we in here. I'm in here. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that's Eagle up in here. Yeah, I'm way late, man. I apologize. I apologize, folks. But of course, free television. Free show. Sometimes we're not irresponsible. Well, I'm not. I just sometimes we get caught doing stuff. I'm under a lot of pressure right now. Um, had something happen to somebody in the family, so I'm just trying to. Got to figure this out. Got to figure out what's the problem. What's going on? Yeah, yeah. But we gonna see. The divas in boxing, everybody still, they're doing what we do. Our job is to have the mouthpiece and to speculate. That's what we do. We run our mouth and we speculate. We might as well call it speculation because you don't really have a yeah. There's really no guarantees. I mean, not 100% guarantee. Even if it's 90%, I mean, it's not really guaranteed. I mean, certain fighters can beat other fighters, and you can say stupid shit like "I told you so." Of course, anybody can. I mean, Wilder versus Mikey Garcia. Yeah, Wilder wins probably by knockout pretty fast. I mean, come on. That doesn't make you a genius. Salute to my brother out there, Derek Bailey. He be hanging in there. He like, I know Eagle coming on. I know he's coming on, man. Said y'all better recognize the fact that Eagle gonna be on, man. Don't think he's not gonna pass up his opportunity, brother. Not gonna pass up his opportunity to be on there. I could, I've been down the last couple of days, but I say, I always tell myself, even if you don't want to do nothing around here, at least, get up and do your show, no matter what, if it's late, still get in and do something. I just hope right now that my medicine man is okay. There's just a lot of stuff. Like I said, there's just things just going on. Um, I don't know. I usually don't stress out like that, but I've been thinking about this my weekend like pretty heavy. Because the first time I went out to this one art show, I did pretty good. Second time was a little bit less, and third time was a little bit less. Um, I think actually the last time that I went, that I'd start doing okay again. But I'm not really a when I go to an art show, I'm not a hustler for art. There's a piece behind you guys. I mean, probably you can see behind my shoulder. Um, I'm going to. I'm probably going to sell that one. Well, I'm gonna try to. I sold a nice piece. I'm probably gonna sell that and probably sell some other stuff. I don't. A lot of stuff I don't sell. No, I just don't. I'm not selling that. Some things you got to pass on to people, or you got to pass down. I've already passed pieces on. I passed pieces on to members of my audience. So at least I passed something to them. Maybe even if they didn't pass something to me. You see, so people get things. That's you never know. You keep stuff because believe it or not, the history behind a gift is a lot better, a lot deeper, a lot is worth a lot more than the money. Than somebody like if somebody gave you some money or something like that. Just the history itself, because a lot of things that are given to you or passed down. There's a lot of history behind it. Just like when we talked about, we I think Derek Bailey was the one that brought it up. I mean, he actually added to the conversation when we was talking about the black pan skillet. I don't even. That's an odd word, isn't it? Isn't that an odd word today? Skillet. That's an odd word, man. Because because what happens? People go by names, not, and that's a name, yeah. But I'm saying when people go by names like, Farberware, Corningware. What else is it? They got a lot of stuff like KitchenAid, Hobart. They just have a lot of names for stuff, and people. A lot of times people say, "Oh, just grab my pot, my Ornita, or whatever whatever it might be called." But I just thought about that. See, and that's something that's simple to us that we was growing up with, but it's like an odd word now. A lot of people might not even know what that is. What skillet? What the hell are you talking about? You country? That's not a country word. That's not a country word. But I'm just saying something simple like skillet is it's an odd word today. But that skillet has is responsible for a lot more DNA. Let me get heavy in Eagles Web chat right now, just for a second. It is heavier for the DNA that was passed on to make your stupid ass than what you even know. You never know what kind of cornbread, what kind of cake, what kind of dessert, what is the other one? Apple cobbler. Is it peach cobbler? Peach cobbler. Uh, berry pie, peach cobbler, stuffing, some type of dressing, meat, or whatever. You don't know what was in that pot on the night. This is how people don't never think that how stuff is really connected. In that pot that night that your dumbass was conceived. You might not have been conceived at all if it wasn't for that pot. And people would look at it, if it wasn't for that skillet, Well, people ain't going to look at it like that. Yeah, now that's just coincidental, blah, blah. There's no coincidence. The way to a man's heart is his stomach, regardless of what you guys feel. I don't care how high your testosterone is. Eventually, that level is going to drop down a little bit. Then you're going to start thinking you're going to start thinking in another sense. And you're going to be, that sure is some good ass food right there. Man, even when you high, when your testosterone's high, there's still no feeling like a good meal. Even afterwards, you know what I mean? After you calm down, it's still nothing better than that meal. You're like, oh wow, that was. You should be shaking your head about a meal. You remember a meal more than you remember anything. Oh man, remember them? Oh man, that boy, those greens or whatever. You just like shake. I mean, I shook my head a lot of times when a girl made some food. Oh, I met this girl from New Orleans, man. She could cook. Man, I was damn near. Man, I was almost. She said she just threw a little something together, right? Man, I was damn near. Man, brother, sisters, I'm telling you. Man, I was almost chewing my own flesh off. I ain't need no napkins. When you don't need no napkins, the food is good. Especially if you got some food that's saucy. If you got some food that's saucy and you don't need no stinking napkins, man. That's some good food, brother. I had to put it out there to you. I gotta let you know that's some good ass food, man. When you don't need no napkins, I don't need no napkins. I don't know. You can give them napkins to the kids over there. They the one that's all messy. You become a human vacuum cleaner. But the connection is real. A lot of times, we don't know what that has to do with. This is Friday wrap. You see, I didn't put anything out there today because I knew I was going to be running today, so I didn't really put nothing out as far as on the stream. I didn't really. I just wanted to talk in general because that's what we do on Friday. A lot of times, yeah, I should be bringing up the Charlo, and we may have to. We'll probably talk about it a little bit. We'll talk about it. I think it's going to be a good fight, though. But you actually, what happens is you get shook in a press conference or building up to a fight. And I said you get shook, but I rephrased that to if you get shook to where you got to start going off and all that, then if that's not your character, then you probably have just exposed your hand. And I'm not saying who started the fight or whatever, almost fight, but whoever it was is probably a little bit unnerved. I'll put it that way. Before we even talk about that, but yeah, we talking about the we talking about that food. We talking about Food Friday. If you don't like food, then hey, that's you. But we talking about Food Friday. This is Food Friday right now. Derek Bates say, yeah, women in Louisiana can still cook. Man, please, are you kidding me? Boy, man, please. You would have blindfolded me. I would have woke up with one. I would have woke up. I might not have had fingers or something. I'd have woke up like this, Derek. Talking about, hey, what happened? Oh, you done chewed your hand off. That sauce. I was wondering why it was hurting. I thought it was just. I thought it just hurt so good because it tastes so good, But yeah, he said the Louisiana. Big shout out to the Louisiana women. No, not just look, sisters. I'm not just gonna talk about the Louisiana women, but I'm saying the Louisiana women and the other women who could still take cooking seriously. And I'm not trying to start no. I'm not trying to start no ish, but healthier girls can cook. I'm just telling you that just straight up. When I say healthier, the language is not semantic, it's semantical or whatever. It's just a woman that got a little size on her. I'm not saying that that has a health problem, is breathing and all that. I'm talking about a woman that has some size on her, like a nice. They call them thick, stuff like that. I just don't want to. I don't want to seem like I'm doing anything against any man, woman, child, anything like that. I'm not saying anything against them, but it just if you put two and two together, a lot of times you'll see a woman that's a little bit bigger than like an average woman. I'm not saying she's fat. I'm not saying anything bad about her, but if you cook real good, the chances of you eating your food is pretty damn good. I see Derek out there crying. Yeah, I know, Derek. I see I be to chew my fingers off, brother. Derek, you go give me dap up. Derek go to dap me up. What's up, brother? Do like that, and I'm doing like that. I ain't got nothing but a wrist left, and chewed my whole shit off. Man, I'm just saying, man. Food is big. It's a big thing for me. When it's delicious food. I can't get delicious food out of my mind, man. I'm sorry, brother. I still remember delicious food. That's why I remember her food. I'm like, I still remember, man. I'm like, I try to emulate, her recipe. I'm like, man, that's, when you eat good food like that. I had a friend. His wife was from, I think they's from Trinidad. She had made some hot sauces. I mean, she had made some food, but she had made like fresh, homemade hot sauce and everything. I'm like, what? I ate that food. I'm like, man, this girl. I'm like, huh? Matter of fact, I had a friend, a real close friend from Trinidad. And back then when I was still messing with, eating flesh a little bit, she had made this snapper. A little snapper. It was in the, whole snapper was in the oven. And I saw her, I didn't know what seasoning she put on there, but I was looking, okay, she put the tomatoes on there. I'm like, tomatoes, onions, onion, all that. She put all that in the oven with seasoning up and whatever. Man, I almost pushed her out the window. It's like, girl, huh? Girl, what you talking about? How you making? And I ain't never been invited up here like that. That was in another country too, though. But I'm just saying, I'm like, like, are you serious? That's how you cook? And then I was in Europe. I was living, just right outside of France. There was a little small restaurant. I don't even remember the name of it, but I bet I'll find that shit if I went back over there. I'll find it. I don't know if they still, if the original people are still there. They may be. I think they had children too, and they learned the recipes, man. But I went there one time and ordered a dish, and I was like, huh? And so it's not just here. So I cleared that up. It's not just here, but it's just like, man, that food is just you ain't gonna you don't. I'm telling you, you do not forget great food. You do not forget great food. You forget everything else. One of my greatest moments in sports. I remember that. It's just one of them. I don't remember all of them because I don't care about them. It's all past shit. But I just remember. Only reason I remember because I remember the compliments when somebody that wasn't even on my team was like, "Damn man, you was out there. You was doing your thing out there." So you remember compliments. You might get that in other times, but um, in this particular thing, it was track and field, and I had to make a comeback. So that's what that was. So I remember that, and there's a lot of little things you remember. If your kids do something, you're gonna remember that. There's just certain stuff that you're gonna remember, and then other stuff you just. But food, man, I always remember some good ass food, man. I remember my grandmother's food. I remember everybody's food, man. I remember. I'm like, damn, man. I said, I remember. And then if you made food that wasn't that great when you was supposed to put out like a certain dish, see, because there's certain stuff. Yeah, we talking about food. This is Food Friday on Boxing Chat with Eagles Webb and Derek Bailey and the rest of the people. So if you're assigned as somebody in the family, you more or less not you assign yourself to bring something to the dinner, or they call it a potluck. I don't. It's not really a potluck for me. It's just we just call it everybody bringing something. We ain't never called it a potluck. Everybody bring something. Bring your dish. But if you're gonna bring your dish to uh, the combination dinner, make sure that your dish is on that POINT. Because if it's not, you might not hear about it, but everybody else gonna tell everybody else about it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, they're crying. He said they will also bury your underwear in the backyard so you can't leave. Yeah, yeah. He said that. Oh, he talking about hey, don't go there, man. Stop that, Derek. Man, I had a girl, my friend's wife, scared the dog. She scared the hell out of me one time talking about that. She was bringing up all the hoodoo stuff. And I was like, no, I said, I ain't really done with that. Leave that alone. But she was telling me about this. She told me that, because she told me once, she said, yeah, you take a old egg from, they got certain ways that they do shit. Like you take an old egg, I don't know if it's unfertilized or fertilized duck egg or whatever like that. You crack it on the person's picture or something like that. You bury that, and it'll make them age and shit. So say for instance you're 19 years old, and somebody hit you with that. They hit you with the hoodoo voodoo. You look like an 80-year-old man. I'm like, God dang. I said, no. I said that I'm good with that. So you meet somebody down there, just be nice to the ladies down there. Always just treasure them. I mean, just tell them no right away. If you don't want to be with them, just no, I can't. I like you a lot. We can be friends though. I kick it with you. I come see you all the time. Once you make that commitment, just go see her all the time. Well, we don't want you turning to be 150 years old and you still 30, brother. Anyway, let me see. But Derek got that. Yeah, Derek got that from. You said you can't leave it. That was from. I actually heard a line like that, and it was from Harlem Nights. I think Red Fox, one of the Red Fox lines. Yeah. Yeah, Derek Bay said, yeah, they use those scorpion peppers. Yeah, the scorpion peppers. Ghost peppers. What they have another one. It's bird pepper, some kind of bird pepper. That's African pepper, little ones. They got so many of them, man, that we use this hot. I love hot food, but ghost peppers, that's a little bit too hot. I don't need to go that hot. I can go habaneros. Habaneros is hot enough. Just a little bit of habanero. You don't even need the whole habanero. You take it, cut it in half, and chop it, and that's it. Put that on top of your food. That's all. About hot as you need. And people start going like super ghost peppers. They got like this chip. I guess it comes in a box, and inside that box is like a little paper like this. And then inside that paper, you open it up, is one chip. This kind of oddly colored, kind of dark, maybe brown, black, like that. And I guess the challenge is that you eat that, but you can't. It's only one chip. You eat that, and there's not a lot of people who's able to do it. You can't drink it. You can't drink milk or nothing like that. But you eat that, And I think you can't drink milk or anything else for like 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Or maybe it might be 5 or something like that. But I heard that you do that. And I've seen people do it on YouTube. And I'm thinking when I see them do it, I'm like, this is real. Uh, I said, yeah, this is real. This is the real deal right here. I said, no, there's no way in hell Eagle gonna do some shit like this, because I'm looking at people like break out into a complete sweat. I'm looking at them closely. I'm like, is this fake? And then I look at them. I'm like, wait, man, your whole forehead and everything sweat. You dripping sweat. And that's one thing that I do is my nose sweats when I eat something real hot like that. It goes from my nose first, right here, like in the middle of my nose. That starts to sweat. And then it starts hitting everything else. It goes to the forehead, then it goes to the top of the head, then it starts going all down the neck, the back. Once it hits my back, if my back starts sweating, I'm in trouble. That means I'm on fire. That means it's shower time. If I eat something that hot, I'm like, yeah. But I love it though. And the reason you do is because there's actually a certain amount, there's endorphins and stuff involved with that. So you get addicted with that hot. You're like, oh, I got to have that hot. You don't even know why you got to have the hot. Man, it got to be hot. Yeah, it got to be hot. But you going yeah, just let it be hot. Let it be. Yeah, let it be hot. Get all addicted to the hot. Yeah, Derek Bay says sometimes you have to just eat whatever they cook so you don't offend anyone. But that damn food is so good. Yeah, that's right. A lot of times, yeah, you just, well, always take some. If I eat it, I don't like that. That's a bad feeling. Because, see, this is what happens. What happens with me is that I don't want to see like that full pan of something left. I mean, you still taste it or share with somebody else. Get one, because somebody going to say, I was going to get that, but I don't know. Didn't trust it. So just share it with somebody. I mean, if you have to throw it, I mean, just leave it on your plate, and when you're scraping your plate with the rest of the bones, or whatever, when you're scraping your plate, just let it go down with it, and then get maybe one more or something like that, But don't. That's totally disrespectful if nobody touches it. Yeah, and see, I know what happens in the Brown family. The Brown family, we love potato salad, and we love. And it just happens to happen this way, that for a lot of people, potato salad, no matter, and I'm just saying brown people because they make a certain potato salad. We make a macaroni salad. Everybody has their own version. The Germans have their own. Russians have their own. The Hawaiians, Samoans have their own. Okay, so I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying that when you break it out, and I didn't want to go all the way back, but a lot of the stuff that we had to have was it's actually, that's what it is. It's glue that we turned into noodles, and glue that we turned into gravy and bread and stuff. That's all it really is glue. To break it way down. That's all it is glue. And then we always had some kind of canned meat. And for the most part, the most recognized meat that we had for the last 100 years is Spam. That's the most recognized. Spam, maybe sardines, but mostly it was Spam, because you had different ethnicities did different stuff with Spam. But it was always, I'm gonna tell you the two that went together. It was always the Spam with the eggs. So the Spam with the eggs and the pancakes, waffles, whatever. Spam with something, potatoes, whatever. It was always like that across the board. Now, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not trying to make anything racial or ethnic, but it's something that happened. Is it a coincidence that we all ate the same? I'm gonna venture to say no. Yeah, Derek Bay said, yeah, won't nobody eat it if it ain't good. He said, either if it ain't good. Yep, you got that right. Yep, but yep. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, Derek said, yep. He said that's what it is, Eagle. He said hoodoo on your ass. Yeah, they put that hoodoo. They put the hoogie on you. They put that hoochie on you, brother. I feel for you. That's I don't know. A lot of people don't believe in that shit, and I heard that there's ways around it, and if you don't believe it, it don't affect you and all that. But I'm gonna tell you the truth about it. I do believe in it, but I don't let it consume me. I believe in there's better powers than that. That's an actual power, man. I'm not gonna get into that in my show. That is an actual power. It's an actual power, and it was a more or less it might have been a deciding power when it came to the invasion of what's the little island? Dang, what's the little island? What's the other little island that what's his name? It was Overture. I think that's his name, Overture. But it was not Trinidad. I just talked about Trinidad. Trinidad, Jamaica, and what's the Vern? What is it? What? Trinidad, Jamaica, Puerto Rico. Um, what's the name? My brother got it all the time. I'm not worried about it because my brother Derek gonna give me the name of the island, and that might have been one of a defeat that happened, and that's why those people don't get to do Haiti. So that's why they don't get to do as well as they get to do. See, I thought of it on my own. Um, I don't want to bring stuff like that up, but it brings tears to my eyes if I think too hard about the statement that was made against my people, that they said they wanted to get rid of all my people, and guess what? They have almost successfully done that. It's still happening, because my people is drinking. My people are drinking everything to get high. When I say everything, I'm just gonna say everything. Things that you don't drink to get high. I'm talking about even cleaners with alcohol. Let's take them out. Then I brought this up before, and then on top of that, what you put on the outside of the reservation. I plan on going over there, but what you put on the outside of the reservation is you put a little store that sells everything, but just mostly BS stuff that you can make yourself or stuff you can do without, and plus alcohol. And they'll tell you, even the people, they will tell you that 99% of their customers are native. Yeah, why is that? That hoodoo, yeah, but the hoodoo, yeah. Oh, yeah, Derek said, yeah, it's that one chip. Yeah, they put that one chip on you, brother. Yeah, he said that's when it was really hot, when your nose sweat. Yeah, when your nose starts sweating, you know that shit's hot. But you can't take it, man. If it's too good, you can't. You'll take your shirt off, brother. You gotta take your shirt off. You still be eating like, man, and you ain't supposed to eat with your shirt off. But I'm saying you gotta sit out back with your shirt off. Nah, it's disrespectful. You can't come to the table with your hat on. You can't come to the table with your, uh, you know, with your shirt off or something like that. And no shoes. You got to have on something, slippers or something. Barefoot, no shirt, and no hat. Anything else is more or less acceptable. I don't care. You can come. You can come with shorts. I'm not saying come naked. Nobody does that. But you can come with just, if you have to, you come with your pajama bottoms on or something to the table. A lot of times you eat like that. The kids eat like that at night or in the morning. So that's still acceptable. Just to let y'all know. I'm just putting stuff out there. Just so you know, this in case you go visit somebody, certain people, don't come to the table with no shirt on. Yeah. Yeah, but Derek said that nose be sweating when it's hot. When it's hot. Yeah, he said yeah. He said yeah. If you can't make a potato salad, you may get disowned. Yeah, it's like don't be bringing that over here. When it comes to potato salad, I like My favorite, and my friend was just arguing about this. I didn't reply back to her, but she was asking about it. I said, yeah, I like the one that has a little. The sauce is a little bit yellow because they put a little bit. They put a little mustard in there for like a little bit more different type of spice. I like that one. I also like it when the potatoes are nice and cooked, and you can almost not identify the potatoes. You have to have the. I like it with the red peppers in there, the bell peppers, the red bell peppers. The celery brings a good taste to it. Whatever it is, the parsley, whatever that is. I even like it when and when it has to have onions though, for sure. It has to have onions, and then whatever else you do, as long as it comes out, it's good. I'm gonna eat it. If the potatoes is hard, that even no matter how good the sauce is that you made for it, that's an automatic. That's a thumbs down. Hard potatoes, that's a thumb down. Like undercooked potatoes, way overcooked potatoes, that's a thumbs down. Dry, that's a thumbs down. Not enough sauce on it, that's a thumbs down. Sauce is dressing, just in case y'all didn't know. Dressing. Yeah, in case you didn't know, some of you, what's that sauce? What you talking about? The sauce, baby. You know you got to be saucy. You know what sauce is. Stop it, man. That's right. I can blend the old school language up right into the present day because it's the same damn language, man. Y'all ain't learned shit. Y'all ain't learned a damn thing, man. Y'all think you learned. Y'all ain't learned a damn thing. We still talk the same way we've been talking. Stop it. It's the same thing, son. Yeah, we talk the same way. Don't matter. Y'all think cap is something new. Yeah, y'all stupid. Yeah. Oh, Derek Bay said they eat a lot of spam in Hawaii. Yeah, those native folks over there. And we've always done that. Matter of fact, at our little reservation stores, that's what we have, the spam. That's still a go-to. You're going to have spam. You're going to have white bread. You're going to have mayo. I don't even know who messes with mayo, but okay. If I mess with mayo, it has to be flavored up. I got to put all kinds of stuff in it. You can't eat it just like that. Well, you can, but it's just kind of like it's so. Just thought about it, went into my head. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. You make your own. It's just oil. But a lot of people don't know that. That's all. Mayonnaise is just oil with a little bit of eggs in it. When I say a little eggs, little bit of eggs. There's nothing, hardly any eggs in there. It's just oil. Just that color gets you all. It's creamy. It's just a little bit of salt and eggs and oil. That's it. That's all you're eating. That's why a lot of people don't like to mess with it. So we mess with so the families have the Miracle Whip. Sorry, I'm name dropping, but that's what we eat because the people like a little bit of sweet with everything for some reason. I don't know. You threw it out there, so we just start putting sweet on everything. I mean, I've actually seen people that eat food. I'm talking about with the sauces, gravy, all that had to put like a tablespoon of sugar over their whole plate before they ate. One of my best friends from Ohio, he had to do that. He had to put his sugar on his plate. He wasn't gonna eat without the sugar. He used sugar instead of salt. That sugar right on top. I'm like, wow. I'm like looking at him like, man, how you doing, man? That's what it is. But Derek said, yeah, they put that hoodoo on you, and we have to speak about you in the past tense. He said, remember Eagle? He said he met that woman from. He said, and we never seen him again. Yep. Derek put his hands up. Hey, no, I don't know, brother. Y'all gonna go? Hey, so y'all not gonna look for me? That's jacked up. Derek said he gonna look for me. Derek, y'all ain't gonna look for me at all? Derek said Haiti. That's what I said. Yeah, Haiti, yeah. Yeah, see, yeah, that's how I make mine. With the spicy mustard, giving out secrets. Yeah. As you notice, I just said, all I said, Derek, was the things that had to be in my salad. I didn't give him my recipe. Hell no, I ain't giving up my recipe, but I'm saying I gave him some things that have to be in there. But I will give you a seasoning. I will give you one seasoning. And it's just a little bit. I'm not gonna give you pepper, salt. I'm not gonna give you that because that's just dirty. But I'll give you one seasoning. I'm not gonna tell you everything, but I'll give you one seasoning that you put that you should try if you haven't tried. A savory. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Savory. Because you gotta realize mustard has seasoning in it too. Mustard. When you start to make when you blending up your dressing, it's good to have. You might even cook some of your ingredients a little bit. But I'm gonna tell you, it's good to have like I'm gonna give you something more than I'm giving you too much. But when you make your dressing, right? So you take the same ingredients that you're gonna put in the salad, like some of like say for instance the onions and peppers or whatever. You chop them up even more fine. Maybe even blend some of them up, like blend them. So I'm giving you too much. This shit should cost money when I'm giving you right now. And you put that in the dressing too before you make it. Oh man, and it's gonna add a little bit. It's gonna add some more color. You're gonna be like, oh man, this is like yellowish, reddish yellow type of sauce on there, man. That shit, you're gonna be like, you might have to guard it. You might have to guard it. Like, nah, I ain't gonna let nobody hit this. But this is Friday rapping, so we wrapping it up about the food. We wrapping it up about the hoodoo ladies out there. We wrapping it up about which ones cook the best and all that. We wrapping it up about everything, baby. But yeah, we just had to talk about it because food is on my mind. I seen a little thing on my IG that brought back some memories about Marvin Hagler. That he had pain or something on his shirt. He said he had pain. I think it was pain and destruction. The pain and destruction is on my mind. God dang, man, that's bad. So who is the pain and destruction guy today? Huh? So we long for a person just like Marvin Hagler. We got to have the pain and destruction guy. Who's the new pain and destruction guy in the boxing, man? Where you at, brother? Step up to the mic if you the pain and destruction, man. We looking forward to seeing you. Every once in a while we get some pain and destruction. And I think the closest thing that we have to pain and destruction right now is little Tank. Tank Davis is the closest thing to pain and destruction right now. But don't nobody want none. So he might as well go ahead and fight Taylor. If Taylor wanted, go ahead and then fight Rougarou. If Rougarou want that, because what has to happen is we have to, the cream rises, baby. So we got to get the cream to rise, and the only way we're gonna get the cream to rise, to get the rizzle on the cream, is to let the milk fight it out. That's it. So, yeah, that's a good choice too, though. Jermell Charlo might be the pain and destruction man. Pain and destruction. Marvin Hagler going down the street, baby. Pain and destruction's on the mind. God dang, huh? You don't want none of that, man. You don't want none of that, son. You think you want that. You're all about that action because the girls is out there. Y'all, yeah, girl, I take him out, I got it like that, You in front of the bodega acting like you hard and shit. You blowing it up like what? Huh? And by the way, so we're back on different topics again. So by the way, bodegas and night houses, whatever you want to call them, are all over the United States. They're not just in one state. They're not just in New York, not just in New Jersey, not just in Philly. They all over the United States. They just have different names for them. They're in the Midwest. They're in the West Coast. They're everywhere. Because guess what, family? We all migrated and traveled this country more than what they say. I have to find this one. There's a real brilliant young lady out there who's bringing the knowledge. Because, see, we talk about the Wall Street, right? The Black Wall Street and the Rosewood and all that stuff. But guess what? There's a lot of those communities that are scattered all throughout the United States. Don't you know that they already, um, I'm sorry to say it, but they have already done the process of eliminating people has already been done in this country. They're just not saying anything, but it's already been done. There's probably over, there may be up to 50, there may be up to 50 or more communities throughout the whole United States that was either flooded or destroyed because of the people that occupied those areas. And I bought one up in the Northwest, and I didn't even know nobody knew about that. I bought it up. And the reason I bought that one up because I had family that was involved with that one. I might have had family that was down there in Florida that was involved. And matter of fact, it definitely had family that was involved with some of the other ones. Probably like the Rosewood and probably like the Black Wall Street. Probably had family in all those. It wasn't a thing. Let me give you guys. Let me just give it to you like this. It was because of the people. A lot of the people they knew were non. I'm gonna put it. The label that I'm gonna give it. It will maybe bring understanding to your research. The people were at one point were called non-taxable people. The non-taxable people. And you're going to see, if you figure that out, you're going to figure out where you are as an ethnic and where I am as an ethnic. You're going to find out that we family. That's what you're going to find out. And it's going to make you realize, it's going to bring you to a different level. And then it just gives you more appreciation. That's why I have appreciation for everybody. I don't get mad because you claim certain stuff. Oh, I'm this and that. But I break you down. I'll end up hurting your feelings. And I don't want you to be sensitive. When you call yourself a certain thing, and then I ask you to get more specific and you can't say anything. That's the one thing about when you some people make a claim, they can't even be specific. If you can get specific, that's all I need. I'm fine. What more am I going to ask? Any question after you tell somebody specifically is a hater question. It's a hater question. If somebody says, oh, my dad, like, I'm just saying, my dad is Ethiopian. I'm just putting two cultures together. My dad is Ethiopian, right? And my mom, and same for instance, your mom. So now your mom is another race. I'm not trying to throw any of them out there, but just put anyone in there that you want. My dad is Ethiopian, and my mom is what? So just put in the blank. I'll put one in for you too, because this is something that's really crazy. Eskimo. So Ethiopian, Eskimo, that's a hell of a combination, right? But that's your roots, though. You know your roots, right? You know your roots that way. But if somebody takes a whole, like, I'm European, if somebody's European American, what the hell are they? And let's not pick on European. Asian. If somebody's Asian Mexican, what the hell are they? Just what the hell are they? That's all I'm saying. If you can break it down to two, then you're good. If somebody asks you a question past that, it's just a hater question. It's just because they don't know what they are. If they ask you, if you know what your father is, your mom is, that's it. Because you got to look at those two and say, what made them? Okay, well, whatever made them, it had to be two of whatever it was to make them, right? To make them what they were, they had to be the same. So the same goes all the way back. So when they start spreading you and start saying they trying to get everybody down to one genome or whatever, it's It's horrible. That's why I'm saying even those DNA tests is for haters. Yes, you're just trying to find out who your family is. If you had like somebody separated, yeah, that's different. I like it for that. But when you try to, because explicitly you're trying to separate people when you do that. You're trying to separate. Because whatever your dad was, and you're a guy, that's what you always was. See, people don't understand DNA. That's what it is. They don't understand chromosomes. That's what it is. Because the Y chromosome is only passed by your dad. So whatever your dad was, that's what his dad was. It's always girls don't get that. In order to find out what a girl was, what her, like say for instance, on the patriarch, to find out who the patriarchs are of her family, she has to have a brother. If she don't have a brother, she could never find out. See, she can go through her dad, but she can never find out. See, if you're not a guy, a woman has to rely on a guy to find out, who was the patriarchs. Because it's not in her. The Y side was never passed to her at all. She never got the Y side. The man got both sides, but the woman she never got. I don't know why I'm trying to give y'all lessons all the time. For people get mad, oh, you ain't talking about boxing, this is grown folks chat, man. I like to see the thing about me, I don't even have the forum yet. I don't even get heavy enough in here. You guys can't take it. You haters and other people can't take it. YouTube and other people, y'all can't take it. You cannot take it. You're like, who's this professor? Who's this? You can't take it when I get on because you can't dispute nothing. This I'm going to tell you, man, just like mathematics, science, and knowledge, they fall under the same pyramid. And I can break it down real easy. And this messes people up. I can take a pyramid. So let's take a pyramid in your mind. Let's look at a pyramid. Let's divide it in 3 pieces. Let's make it an equilateral. So you divide it into 3 pieces, right? It's gonna show you how this works, and you're gonna think you're gonna wonder why you didn't know this, but you did know it. It's just that you didn't put it into a mathematical equation. You didn't do it that way. So you take that. So you make the pyramid. So this is what you do. You make the pyramid. Just hold on a second. I think I check this desk here. Thought I had a pen. What the hell happened to all my pens? I got rid of all my pens over here. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you one thing, and this is try to make it big enough. Yeah, I had to go over it a couple of times, but let's just see. And I'm going to show you the most important thing for you to have in your life. The most important thing for you to have in your life. And this is not what you think it is. It's not no kind of a luminous type of thing, but guess what? That's why they use it. But you didn't know they used it that way, but this is why they use it. And that's the most important thing. That formula right there, that's a mathematical equation. But you see what I got up there? See the W? W, K, and U. So that top one is the most important because it has its own equilateral pyramid, right? A lot of people call that the third eye or whatever like that, but that's the W, that's the wisdom. And how do you get that? Without having that, you have to have the knowledge and understanding. And that's actually a formula. And you can get to any one of them. I'm going to prove to you that it's math, right? I prove to you, because if you wrote it down, then you know. So in order for me to get wisdom, I have to have both of the ones at the bottom. In order for me to get to the wisdom. Wisdom means is everything that you need. So if you take the knowledge times the understanding, that means you have wisdom, right? But what wisdom? See, wisdom is on different levels. So wisdom, so we got knowledge of understanding together. So the wisdom, that's mathematical, because you got to multiply. You got to, okay, I need the understanding of this wisdom. Okay, now I mean understanding of the knowledge. Now, so that's times. It's the same thing if it was math, right? I could put for the W, that's the wisdom. In other words, that's the answer. So I put 3, and then at the bottom, I put an X, right? And then I put a 1. Now anybody knows that's a simple formula. So it would be 1 times X, or 1X is equal to 3. So what is X? X is equal to 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. But when you do wisdom, it's different. It's just like in electronics, you might use that same triangle to get to a certain formula. Now, prove it to you again. Wisdom over knowledge. So you have knowledge of the wisdom, then you have understanding. Because you wouldn't have knowledge of the wisdom unless you understood it. If you have understanding of the knowledge, then you have, or understanding of the wisdom, then you have knowledge. See, it's mathematical. Right. We're based off of formulas. We're based off of math. In our spirits, our soul, our mind, our body, we're made up of equations. Not real long, complicated equations. It's really simple. The simplicity of it is the part that we're supposed to know. The complexity of it is the things we're not supposed to know. The things you're not supposed to trying to figure out and mess with, because the reason you don't know those things is because you don't have the capacity to know those things. Anything else you would have to experiment. So you experiment and you create catastrophes once you experiment. When you start splicing into stuff and you start mixing up DNA and stuff, then you start to kill what was made perfect. When you start bringing pets over, like you start messing up different ecosystems. When you put your goldfish in the lake, you start messing up the ecosystem, because if nobody kills him, guess what? He outgrows a lot of stuff that's in that lake. Then he consumes that lake. Turtles and frogs and snails and all that stuff that people think is harmless. I wonder if I can grow these snails over in this ocean. Yes, you can. But they don't belong over here, so they're just going to mess up everything. Anyway, that's enough of ecology and trying to teach certain things. I just want to throw that mathematical equation out there. You said, damn, Eagle got so deep today, or whatever. Yeah, but whatever it is, brother, I teach simple. It's very simple when I give it to you. I never put up something that's so complex. It's simple. It's supposed to be made simple, because man is stupid. It's not supposed to be complicated. Man really is stupid, believe me. You think he knows a lot. All those formulas ain't nothing but that little small formula that I just showed you put together. That's all it is. All you're doing is, there's nothing else you can do. Add, subtract, multiply, and divide. What else can you do? Huh? The opposite. What are you doing? Subtract. Same damn thing. All you do is change signs. There's nothing else you can do in math. There's nothing else you do. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. That's it. What about the square root? How did you get a square root? How do you get it? You got to multiply to get the square root, don't you? The square root of 9, right? It's a multiplication problem, isn't it? Because it's 3. Because what that means is whatever is something times itself to give you that number. So same damn thing. But I see what you got down there. Jamal Charlie, yeah, I said that. I see the weigh in today? No, brother, I missed the weigh in. I just all this heard today almost, that's why I brought it up that they almost went to it. But it's okay. Um, I'm gonna go with Mel because I just think that I trust his skill set right now, and I trust where he's at. He's at a better place than his brother. His brother don't know what he's doing right now. I'm sorry to say that, but his brother seems to be a little bit hesitant to use all of his abilities. And I think Jamel has been to the point where I already lost. I'm using all my abilities to get this W. And I'm not, and I take it back when I say lost, because I don't think Maul actually lost. But what I think he's just is, I don't want to say shy. He's a fighter. He's just shy to use those assets. You understand? He's going to use them. So don't get me wrong. He's not like he's not going to use. He's going to use his assets because he has to. But his last performance, he should have just let everything just go. Like, that was shit. This dude is trying to hang with me. And that's how you step up. You don't just get the W. You just like, oh, this dude's trying to hang. You ain't hanging with me. It's like the great champions is like, just like Tank. Tank is let you can hang with him. You might be beating him. But at the end of the day, you're not beating him. He's like, no, you ain't going to hang with me, son. I'm going to put harder and harder. Yep. It just get harder and harder and harder. Yeah, Mel came in. Mel might have overtrained for this. But they call it overtraining. Mel came in light. Yeah, Mel came in light. I usually look at that stuff late or like before the fight or something. I hardly ever catch a live weigh-in. Hardly ever. I hardly ever catch one. I catch it afterwards. Because I don't want to see the whole damn thing, to be honest. I don't. As long as they make weight, I'm good. I'll go in and look at it like a little bit later. Oh, Casano was a 153-1. This should be a good one, yeah. Especially, man, they coming in the same weight. Basically, that's the same weight. Yeah, we're going to see what Raleigh do this time. So, you said Raleigh fighting. D-Lo 404, grown man up in the house, man. Salute to the brother out there, man. Yep. Oh, Ego always holding it down. Always busy. I don't even know how I get in here with y'all, but I got in here. Yeah. But Raleigh, yeah, you said your boy Raleigh is fighting too. They keep him busy. They keeping him busy. But I don't think he's the business like a lot of people think he is. He might be good, but I don't know. I'm not gonna throw nothing out there to say, oh, eventually he gonna get exposed. All fighters get exposed at one point. So we can all say that. Okay, he said he look a little gaunt in the face. Yeah, well, we gonna see. That's all we can do. We just gotta wait back. Sit back and just wait. I think it'll be a good fight. I think a lot of people underestimate Mel, and a lot of people want Mel to lose. They don't like the twins at all because of their demeanor. I'm not in love with no fighters. The thing about the twins is they're doing what they need to do. look at D-Lo a little bit busy, but he said he put the GFBT down with the explanation point. He said, yes, sir, that's it. Yeah, but what they got to do though, Derek. I got to rely on Derek Beatty to tell people what the hell they got to do now. Derek Beatty got to tell them, hey, get your ass out there. All that other shit, everything that we got to go through as fans and everything else, is we wouldn't have to go through it if y'all do one thing and one thing only. Because all the talking, nobody care. I don't care. Nobody care about all the talking, all the parades afterwards, how you spend your money and all. I don't care. None of that. Because what you guys are doing, and boxing is like a lot of people. Like I've actually heard a fighter Damn, who was that? I gotta put his picture in my mind. That actually actually likes the fact that they have so many belts now. Some fighters don't like it. I'm gonna tell you, a real fighter's not gonna like all that. A real fighter's not gonna like the idea that, oh, we all have room to be champion. Oh, f that, f that. You started off with one. You started off with a world championship, huh? The WBA. It wasn't even the WBA. It was the NBA. So you started off with one championship. You moved up to two, then finally three, then four. Now you got, I don't even freaking know. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't try to keep up with all that, but that's too many champions. All of you are not at the same, because when we look at champions, we looking at champions, oh, that you at the pinnacle, you at the top. Any other sport, you don't get to have all these champions. You might get a division champion, but that's it. Conference, huh? In the NBA, what you got? You got conference champions, right? You got the Western Conference and you got the Eastern. They just left the Midwest out and South. They left them out. We're not going to have 4 divisions. I mean, you do that. They give you kind of a, they give you that type of a championship also. But when the smoke clears, there's one damn champion. That's it. In the major leagues, what do you got? Huh? I mean, not the American League, but in baseball, what do you have? You got National and American, right? What about in football? What do you got? You got the NFC and the AFC. It's a common theme, right? But they actually took the National out of boxing. See, they took the National out and they start adding these W's. Now, we don't have the world. We still call them world champions. They don't play the whole world in the NBA, but they're world champions. The NFL, they don't play the whole world, but what would it look like if the NFL played the whole world in American football? If they, let's say, for instance, that you had a tournament soon as the season started, that you had a tournament in the NFL, and the first, let's say they take 6 teams. Oh, let's make it odd. Let's say they take 7 teams. Okay, right away. So your games is AFC versus NFC. Right away, you just start off. Boom. You get 2 chances. And once you out, it gets down to the last 7 teams. The last 7 teams, the last 7 teams play the rest of the world in American football. Who you think gonna win with those 7 teams? It's going to end up, those 7 teams are going to end up playing each other at the end of the year. I mean, oddly, it doesn't match up like that, but think about it. It's going to be eliminators, right? So it's 14, so it comes down to 14-10, boom. 14 now is down to what? After those games, it's going to still end up being down to 7. It's going to be, one team is going to be like the wild, not a wild card, but they're going to be like set apart from the rest of them. And it's going to end up being a W. But with boxing, they want to throw all kinds of championships out there. That's not what the fans need. We don't even need a championship. We need to see the best fighter out there. We know who the best fighters are. We see them. And we are watching champions hide from other champions. Oh, my O, but I got to hold my O. I got to hold on to it. Get your ass out of here. Would you stop killing us with your bullshit? Look at D'Lo. D'Lo come in with his stuff. Yeah, Derek Bay yelling too. Derek Bay came back and said, "He not at all." D'Lo 404 boxes in. He said this weigh-in was sponsored by Big League Chew bubble gum. Get your ass out there and fight. Get your ass out there and fight, man. Hey, Eagles Web Chat is sponsored by the 1700s. And the 17, well, we'll step it up. The 1800s. Eagles Web Boxing is sponsored by the 1800s. The 1800s motto is, if you are a second in the corner, get your ass out there and fight. A second ain't gonna try to hold you up, and the only encouragement you get from a seconds back in the 1800s was get your ass out there and fight. It's gangster. I'm telling y'all, it's gangster because this is, and I'm gonna throw it out there, and I don't want nobody dying. Don't y'all cry about this, but think about how gangster that is. It's like, man, you better, hey, and they putting the hand up there. They putting the hand up like this, like, I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear that, man. Son, I don't want to hear that. Man, get out there and get my money, man. That's the way he's looking at it. Like, get out there and get that money. Man, get out there and get that money. That's all, man. I don't want to hear nothing about, I don't care about your foot. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. Get your ass out there and get that money, baby. It's big talk pimping. I'm telling you. Get your ass out there and fight. D-Lo 404 said, damn right. Fight the damn fights. That's right. Get your ass out. You know what? The thing is, okay, we have been going through this for so long that it's just, what are we going to do, brothers? It's been years now. We keep going through this, and I'm like, all the duck and all the heavyweights started this shit off, and the heavyweights are in charge. It just trickled down. Now everybody want to be like Fury. Everybody want to be like Joshua. Hiding out and shit. I'm going to hide out. I wonder if are they still going to believe I'm the best? No. We're not going to believe you the best until you just start calling out everybody. And like I said, you guys in the heavyweight, y'all still got the boogeyman in the heavyweight. Only one fought him was Wilder. The rest of y'all scared. Y'all still scared of Ortiz. Ortiz 70 years old. He's 70 years old. Everybody calling him out. He's 70 years old and y'all scared of him, but y'all want to go down as Hall of Famers. But y'all scared to death. Y'all scared to death, but you won't fight Ortiz, and although he's 70. But he's a risk. How's a 70-year-old a risk? Huh? I'll put his age up to 70. That's what y'all act like, but y'all don't want to fight him. Dylan White, how's that a risk? 50-something years old, and you scared to fight him. Tell me a risk. And I know he's probably not as old as what people is saying he's old. He don't look that old to me. To a lot of people, he just look old. He just looks mature. Some people have a more mature face, and some people just have a younger looking face. Man, just go back in the archives. Look at some of the older fighters. Some of them looked like they would. There's certain fighters that look old. I thought when George Foreman was like 21, I thought he was way older than that. I mean, he looked like he was way older than that. It's not. It's just a look. Some people just look older, and now George Foreman looked young now. He looked old at first. Now he looked young. Maybe the same thing happened to Ortiz. I don't know, but y'all put him on 50, 60, 70 years old, but y'all won't fight him. Get your ass in there and fight him. D-Lo 404 Boxer said, yeah, Fury is negative. He said, doctor found no nuts or no hearts present. Yeah, Fury. Oh, Fury. Yeah, Fury, don't come in here this time. I'm not giving you no pointers on this one. I might not even cover you because you know what? I was all prepared to give. This is my week to start doing breakdowns on you and Wilder. See? I can't even do my breakdown now. Because you already, D-Lo did the breakdown on you. The doctor did the breakdown. The doctor said that they found no nuts and no heart. No heart present. That's sad. So your pumper and your swingers and your pumper is missing, brother. Get your swinger back. Get your pumper back in there in your chest. Shit. Derek Bay, that's right, one champ. Yeah, Derek crying. Yep, Derek Bay back with the right. He said Dylan knows that as soon as he fight a serious contender, it's over. It's over. Over the charade. So, you fighters, when y'all have all these charades going on, okay, go back to the charades. You got these charades going on. Don't think you fooling nobody. You just fooling yourself, and guess what? You can't fool yourself because yourself knows the truth. But the Diaz, if it's true, because I'm getting two stories, and I don't see no papers. And a lot of times when I'm looking for fights, I'm looking for paperwork. A lot of times, a lot of people look for upcoming fights. No, nope. uh, I have to go further. Upcoming signed professional fights, signed contract fights. Then I don't see a whole lot. I'm not seeing the signed contracts. Ain't nobody holding up no papers or nothing like that. So if it's not signed, I don't know if Diaz. I don't know if he's gonna fight Haney. We know it's conversation, or if he's gonna fight Ryan Garcia. Um, Boxing is, man. This is the worst thing for boxing. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is the worst thing. It's not that Tyson Fury is to turn yourself into a professional ducker. That's bad. What's worse for me is that you got at least 5 or 6 top fighters, and you could name some of them yourself, that have turned into complete trolls. 5 or 6, maybe even more. Okay, that's the question now. That's the question. Because I want to, and I need an answer on this one. I'm not gonna say nothing. I say that, but then I got a mouthpiece, so I still talk. So anyway, right now, as you think about it, how many boxers right now that have turned to trolldom? And I'm not saying they have to be 100% troll, but which ones have shown? Write them down. Which ones? Most of them have short enough names. You can write an initial in the last name, or you can write a nickname, but write it down. Which fighter is actually turning into a troll? Which one of these fighters is turning into trolls right now? And I'm going to give you the state of boxing, because we've been talking about this, brother and sisters and people. We've been talking about this. So, trolls. Think about it. Trolls. I'm writing it down because I got to remember it. Plus trolls plus mini belts. And I'll let you figure out the formula yourself. Trolls plus mini belts equal what? That's only 2 you can think of? Keep going. Keep going, Derek Beatty. Derek Beatty got a couple of them. Trolls plus mini belts equal what in boxing? So question mark. So this is the formula. Trolls plus mini belts equals what in boxing? And so the last part of it in boxing. Because the thing about this is that I have to figure this out too. Trolls plus mini belts, and we're gonna have a lot of answers to the question. Trolls plus mini belts equal what? It's gonna equal a lot of things. It's gonna equal confusion. Trolls plus mini belts equals a lot of avoiding each other. So those are the things we're looking at in boxing. Why we got to talk about boxing in a negative sense? Is it really negative, or is that just, are we speaking in Eagles' way of boxing in a negative sense, or are we presenting to the table what's actually going on in boxing right now? I didn't pull out of a fight right now. I didn't act like I didn't not have nuts in a heart and pulled out and knowing I ain't got no, I don't have no parts of no COVID. Yeah, pressure. Yeah, pressure starts getting to you. And I'll tell you what, pressure starts getting to you when you're already suspect and you try to make yourself out to be something that you're not, and then nobody pays attention to you. See, Mikey, yeah. And then, matter of fact, you got another G too. And you got another one in there too. Another Garcia. There's trolling. Yeah, Crawford don't want money. That shit don't. Now that's the most. For me, the most perplexing one to me is, I'm not gonna call him a troll, but the most perplexing one for me is Terrence Crawford. I'm like, why is not such a good fighter not fighting? I just don't. Maybe one of y'all can get it. I don't get that one. Matter of fact, let me give it to you another way. Let me add something to it just so you can see it, because maybe you even have an excuse for him. Um, Terrence Crawford's not fighting, but retired fighters are. Now, how ironic is that? That Terrence Crawford's not fighting, but retired fighters are. Okay, I'll let you figure that one out yourself. Because I asked, what's the irony behind that? Think about it. Damn. Terrence Crawford, you're not fighting? MTM is. Roy Jones is. I think even Holyfield is. Ocho Cinco's fighting. Because we don't talk about it deep enough sometimes, man. This is how bad it is, D to the Bailey. It's so bad, brother, that you got football players that's fighting. And you got YouTubers fighting. Just taking over the limelight and everything else. And you tell somebody, oh, yeah, I fight professionally. Guess what? I seen Andre Durrell in somebody's video on YouTube. And he was in, I think he was in, what kind of car was he in? I think he was in a Rolls Royce. And the guy was asking him what he do for a living. And he was getting tough with the guy first, like, hey, you don't just walk up on somebody like that or whatever. He said, dude was just looking through the window. He said, what do you do for a living? He said, oh, I'm a prize fighter or whatever, professional boxer. I'm like, so that's what boxing is. Boxing is in such a bad way. I told you guys a microculture. You don't believe me. Such a bad way that you can see people in other venues and they don't know you. They know some of the top people, maybe the top 3 people in boxing, but they don't know you. Another case in point. Lavelle Crawford is a great comedian, a good comedian. And one time he was roasting the shit out of Jeff Mayweather. He didn't know who Jeff Mayweather was. Jeff Mayweather was in his audience and he was just going off on Jeff Mayweather. And Jeff Mayweather was just doing nothing but laughing, because he had a comedy show. But see, that's where boxing is. Boxing is to the point where strangers don't know who you are. And well-known people don't know who you are in boxing. We know Jeff Mayweather. We see Jeff Mayweather. We know who he is right away. He got the kind of slick hair and stuff like that, and he always laughing, always smiling. And we like Jeff Mayweather. But for people to not even know you, man, that's the state of boxing. You had to put the killing on that one. But yeah, brother, I got to put my stuff together, man. I got to get my bracelets and everything, my clothes, paintings. I got to get all that stuff together, brother. Got to get that together and get that out there, man. Sending that to the people. But Diaz, hopefully you're going to get this fight going. Matter of fact, who we got? I know we mentioned it, but I forget. Shit, I done forgot, man. What's the undercard? Y'all know the undercard? Let me see. Let me see. Uh-oh. I got to go back and look, man, because that looked like some BS coming up. Oh yeah. So is AB fighting tomorrow? That might have been an old Showtime that pulled up. What day is this? Oh, that was old. I don't know why they break. Showtime loves Broner. Broner's stupid because Showtime loves Broner. They just waiting for him to do the right thing. And we do got a fight today too. Henderson fighting. So Henderson versus Steen is tonight. Just let y'all know. Bellator MMA. Pitbull versus McKee. I'd probably going for Pitbull on that one. But yeah. So it's not really. I'm not getting the whole thing for this one. I can't show it because this one's off. It's off for Showtime. I can't show you. They got a trailer on there. I can't really show it to you. It's just showing. It's showing Jamel's fights. But one thing about Jamel is very fast. He is a very fast boxer. Once he starts going, yeah. Once he lets his hands go, he's fast, man. And you can't, Castano. You cannot. Don't get in trouble. You cannot afford to get in trouble against this guy. Is very dangerous. He can't afford to get in trouble with you, but you can't afford to get in trouble with him because he proves that once he gets you hurt, it's over with. And plus, he can take a shot too, though. So that's why I give him such a good advantage. And the reason I give him an advantage is because he's hard to hurt. And if you're both just throwing punches, you catch him, he catches you, he's going to keep catching you. Okay, there's my brother fighting again today. Aleem is fighting too. So Aleem, damn, they fighting in a good place too. That little river walk down there at San Antonio. Romero and Yigit is fighting. So that's who else is fighting. That's on Showtime, which I don't have anymore because they couldn't take my payment for somehow. I'll get it back. I'm like, man, so it's you guys' fault. You guys, none of these companies, because of this COVID, have a way that you can actually contact them, like call center and shit. You can't call nobody. Like, okay, cool. If I can't call you, I just can't call you. She's like, shit, I ain't got no problem with it. I can't call you, then that's good. That's your fault. You want the money. Ain't no way I'm letting nobody slip by me. Somebody come through the store or something like that and shit, they get to email me. I'm making sure I'm going to hit them right back. Like, I got to hit you back on this. You get that money. So I get my little percentage. Yeah. Let the manufacturer get their percentage. Let me get my percentage. That's it. Yep. They lean. Yep. I mentioned him. What was it? It had to be over. It had to be over a year ago when I told you guys to look out for him. I think he's still doing pretty good though. I think he's still doing pretty good. It was him. It was another young guy that was coming up. I forget these guys until I see him again. Just like Mendez, I forgot about Mendez. I'm like, shit, I remember Mendez. Yeah. A lot of these guys are just, they're unmistakable. You know what I mean? They're unmistakable when you see them. Now they're saying a lot of different things here because they had two different things. Because Fight Night is talking about Castano and Jamel, and then Dulé versus Rolando Romero, and what you said Raleigh was fighting. But that's all it's showing. But I know that Aleem was on there too. So, I don't know. It's just getting this the whole schedule thing is weird. But anyway, we look forward to, we don't care. We're looking forward to good fights. That's what we care about. So we're looking forward to y'all getting out there and, you know, doing the thing you're supposed to do. Throw those hands, man. Get them hands going. You know, we don't want to hear your corner telling you to get hands going. We want you to get your damn hands going. It has nothing to do with the corner. I don't want to hear the corner. I'm like, I don't want to hear the corner. Just get your ass out there and get those things done. Y'all got to fight so we can see it. But we got to see it. Just let me see it. That's it. Y'all got to get out there. Throw those things so we can shake our head up and down like that was a good fight. That was a great fight. But all we need now from you fighters, the fighters that's fighting, guess what? You fighters are the ones that we have to care about now. The other fighters we can't. If you turned yourself into a troll post, then we're not gonna care about you. But if you're gonna get out there and fight, so Diaz, if you're gonna fight, cool. Tank, if you guys gonna fight, good. Canelo, if you're gonna fight Plant, then good. If you're gonna just talk about it, then nobody wants to hear it. You guys are not the great champions from the past, and you are leaving the worst legacy that you could leave in boxing. The guys that are coming up right behind you they're going to clean your whole clock. They're going to clean everything because they're not afraid of fighting. They're fighting everybody. They want to fight. They're calling you out already. And I'm not going to be surprised for anybody out there, I'm not going to be surprised if a lot of the fighters that we feel that are great champions right now, if in the next year or two we just see them just disappear from boxing. Just all of a sudden they're not there. What such and such? He don't fight no more. So make way, you guys make way for the new guys. Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is, man. This is Friday, man. It's a wrap. It was late, man, but hey, we still got in here, and we still got a few things accomplished. Sorry about, I'm sorry and not sorry about the content early, because a lot of things you gotta bring up. I didn't even hit the heavy stuff. I just hit things to make you think. Anyway, nothing but blessings. Yeah, we're gonna get through all this boxing stuff. We're gonna get to sweep all this stuff out the way and get some boxing going, man. Shoot, hopefully this weekend. Hopefully we got a good one this weekend, man. Something we can look at it, man. Got to get a good one. Got to start it off somewhere. Somebody got to start off. It's your turn right now, Charlie. You got to start it off. You got to start off. You got to start us off with the good. So we're like, okay, we got that good stuff going. All right, huh? Because we need another fighter, a street name fighter, man. Because I thought that was kind of terrible, those two incidents. Because both of the people that was in boxing, I mean, Jeff Mayweather, yeah, he used to fight too, but I'm just saying, just to not be known like that, and two of you, the rail for y'all not to be known, that's not a good look. That's just showing you how small boxing is. I don't know, maybe the YouTubers can help maybe they'll leave a couple of people behind to actually want to know like real boxing, but we can't rely on them. All right, y'all know what it is. I'm gonna catch y'all, man.